Everybody. Oh, how sweet, how sweet. Well, good to see you all again. I'm Webb. For those of you who I haven't met yet, I own a special event venue outside of Atlanta called Carl House, and last year I wrote a book called Build Your Business, My Notes from the High Wire, and in it I wrote about everything I've learned in the last 13 years of running my business, all the mistakes I've made, how I've tried to improve them, put better systems in place, hire better, put myself in positions that I'm better suited for in my business. And what we're going to talk about today is draft day, making the cut as a preferred vendor. But let's start here. You know what? I prefer the phrase wedding professional, because if we're all here, let's face it, we are professionals, we're not hobbyists. So, and also when I think of vendor, I think of an organ grinder and a monkey, and that's certainly not what any of us is. So we're professionals. I want to do a little case study for you, and I don't know if you can relate to this. I'm at a networking meeting. And as a venue, venues are typically approached first by other professionals to align with us. And of course, we want to align with great professionals to make the events look great at our venues. And so here's though sometimes how I'm approached at a networking. Imagine I'm at an ACE event, and there I am. I'm balancing my glass of wine and my tray of hors d'oeuvres and my purse, and there's music playing, and we're going to have this is a fictitious Teresa from the company Fabulous Cakes. So here I am at the networking, and I'm approached. Hey, you're BB Webb. Yeah, you work at that it's Carl House. Yeah. Where are you located? We're about 45 minutes outside of Atlanta. Yes, yeah. Anyhow, I'm Teresa, and I have a cake shop, and it's just really great. We've been in business about 8 months, and we do buttercream and fondant, and of course all the different price points, and everyone loves us. But I have a bunch of cards. Would you refer me? What's wrong with this picture? I know that's a little extreme, but why would I refer her? I don't know anything about her or her business. I know nothing, and I'm running a business with a brand that I have to protect, right? Also, she has no idea at this point of what we need as a venue, and she's not inquired about my time or my interest. So let's look at another scenario. This is Marley from Phenomenal Cakes, fictitious. And here I am again with my terrible mime here, excuse me. But I'm, my hors d'oeuvre and my glass of wine. And excuse me, you're BB Webb from Carl House, correct? Yes, I am. Who are you? Oh, my name is Marley Patterson. I'm the owner of a company called Phenomenal Cakes. Is this a good time to talk? Absolutely. Nice to meet you, Marley. I've heard so much about your company. I've heard so much about you and your brand, and I would be honored if I could have the opportunity to maybe meet with someone in your company to see if we could create a win-win relationship and possibly be on your preferred wedding professional list. Oh, Marley, we are always looking for great partners to align with. That would be great. Listen, if you'll take down this name, Kimberly, my marketing director, Kimberly at carlhouse.com. If you will contact her, she can run you through the process of how we align with folks. Thank you so much, BB. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I'm excited about creating a win-win relationship. Okay, that's a little stilted, but you get my point. Keep in mind that we want to work with professionals. And what I loved is that she professionally introduces herself. I'm Marley Patterson. The first woman, Teresa, didn't even give me her name. And also she inquires about a time and who to meet with for, this is the key, the win-win relationship. That's what we want. There's no hidden agenda. We as venue owners just want a win-win relationship. How do we help you? How do you help us? And she thanked me for the opportunity to speak and to meet. So that's preferable. So making the cut, draft day, creating a competitive advantage. That's really what you want, I would think, and that's certainly what we want. Keep in mind when you're meeting with venues, in short, you're asking a venue to be, in a sense, your sales and marketing arm, which is fine because we need good folks. And there's a variety of different arrangements you can make, which I'll go into. Keep in mind, though, this last year, I looked at my marketing budget, and it was $110,000 is what we spent. That included my full-time marketing person. So that means that every lead that I have coming into my company, every email or call, costs me about $95 to $100. And with that, before a bride actually books with us, typically she's had, research says, on average, 7 touches from us. She's gotten an email, she's seen us on maybe a not advertising, maybe it's our website, maybe through a newspaper article, maybe it's a referral. So there's a lot of effort by the time she comes in with us. And so we have a couple different arrangements that we create with our wedding professionals that I'll go into. But some things to make the cut that really make it worthwhile, it's a job interview, really. So if you want to make the cut, be knowledgeable about the company. And you might even, if you're going to a networking, you might inquire about who's going to be there. And if you can, be strategic about who you want to meet and research who they are. Who are they? Know a little bit about them. And remember, when you're meeting them, it's not to throw your card, it's to just see if you can put a face to the name and find out who handles wedding professionals and bringing them in. But be knowledgeable about the company. Also, ask who manages partners and get that interview. And when you get the interview, make sure you're dressed for the interview. What's the brand of the company? If the brand is a little more dressed up, make sure you're dressed up. I can't tell you how many folks I've had come in who their hair is askew and there's no makeup on and they're wearing rubber flip-flops, and that's not the brand of my company. So I want to make sure that I'm working with somebody who understands the image that we're putting out, okay? And ask about their need, how you can help. That's what I try to do in giving back to wedding professionals. When I was building Carl House 13 years ago, a wonderful photographer called me. He'd heard about the venue. We had a representative website up. And he called and he said, I'd love to come out and see the construction site. I said, well, I'm going to be in yellow boots. And it was kind of a rainy, cold day in Atlanta. And he showed up, and bless his heart, he brought me a Starbucks coffee, and it was cold, damp. It was so sweet of him. He was really thinking of me. And I was showing him the place. He said, listen, I have an idea. When you get the construction done, I would love to photograph the entire estate so you have something to put on your website. And he said, if you don't mind giving me credit. I said, my goodness, of course not. What a win that was. It was a win for him, and it was a win for both of us. Total win. When we're going to make the cut, ask about the process that a venue has for aligning with wedding professionals. We have 2 different categories currently at my venue. It's changed over the years, but we have a preferred category, and we do a lot of vetting. We do a lot of interviews with the potential partner. We look at reviews, we look at referrals, we examine their website, we like to experience their product or their service because I'm putting my name on the line by referring somebody. I want to make sure that they're good, that my word is good. But that's one category. If they make that cut, we put them on a sheet of paper that in the packet that goes to the bride, once she's booked, there's a list of about 3 in each category that we revise about yearly. But there's another category we have called Select Preferred. And this isn't for everyone. We only have about 5 of these. And we have a little different arrangement. My company does a little bit more in the way of sales and marketing to get the word out about these folks. We hand each of our brides a little vellum envelope that has their card in it. Also, we include them in our social media. We do blogs about them. We send out the information, a profile on them through our newsletter, which goes out to 16,000 people. They're included in our in-house bridal event. They're mentioned on the website, and they have an opportunity to put a nominally priced ad in a gorgeous brochure that we produce that goes out to every prospect who comes into my company, whether they book with me or not. So we're much more of a sales and marketing arm for this smaller group of people, and we work on we're their sales and marketing arm, and we receive a small commission for doing that for them. It's a fit for some, it's not a fit for others. But again, they're leveraging off my $110,000 marketing budget and my full-time person. So it's a win-win. But there's other things that you can do that are a win-win that might not even be any of those scenarios. I have one fabulous DJ who we work with, and after each event, he says, he takes an interview, he interviews the bride and the groom and says, how did you like the venue? How was the food? How was the team? How was the staff? So it's a wonderful third-party endorsement that we can then put in our social media and on our website. Or we have another person that if someone books at our wedding and chooses a certain photographer, she offers a complimentary engagement session. So you can get real creative with packages and different ways to have a win-win so everybody's feeling good about the arrangement. Contracts are extremely important. You're writing down exactly what is expected. It's important for us that all of our wedding professionals have liability insurance, so if there is a damage, we're not responsible. But the contract might include in time at a venue, or it might include the dress code, or we have 10 air conditioning units in the South in the summer, and when somebody props open that ballroom door during the hot season, it drives me crazy because all the air goes out. So different policies like that. When they can eat, who pays for the meal, cleanup policies. I really believe in writing things down. We're all so busy and it's a contractual arrangement just to manage expectations. And if something isn't working, a discussion and then you work it out. Oh, deal breakers. When you fire a wedding professional or when you fire a venue for that matter. Don't throw your partner under the bus. That's no fun. I have an in-house wedding director because I don't want Aunt Sally directing weddings. It might impact my reputation in the field if she doesn't know what she's doing. But we encourage wedding planners to come in and work with us. We love working with them. But one planner we had, we'd done the planning about this very complex seating arrangement. And the day before, the wedding planner said to my in-house person, no, that's not the way she wants it like this. And she said, are you sure? At the last meeting, she said this. No, this is the way it is. So we went ahead and we did it the way the outside wedding planner had said, but unfortunately it was wrong. And she told the bride that we told her to do it that way, and she threw us under the bus. I have a poo-poo list, and she ended up on the poo-poo list. You don't do that. You work it out. We all make mistakes. Not respecting your financial commitment. If you've made a commitment and you're working, whether it's a commission or that you're a package, make sure to respect that. And if it's not working any longer, all of business is a negotiation. I believe in total win-win. Total win-win. And make sure that you have clear communication. I don't know what a wedding professional needs unless they tell me. And that might be a certain load-in qualities or just different needs, and all of those can be negotiated. But if you're not being clear from a venue standpoint about what we need, it's not fair for you, and vice versa. So make sure that there's clear communication. So how to hit it out of the park, the home run? Give before you get. I like to always give more. Just give a little more, pay it forward, give before you get, and be consistent with what you offer. It's kind of like dating. If your boyfriend gave you flowers and wrote little sweet notes when you were dating, well, do that when you're married too. Same thing when these partnerships. We work together for the benefit of the bride. So be consistent and express gratitude. My goodness, our events wouldn't be what they are without the fabulous wedding professionals who we work with. So thank you with little notes, or just thank your staff, thank the people you work with. And go the extra mile every time. You'll never, ever lose that way. And it will come back to you, I guarantee. And bottom line, that's the way to make the dress